Hey guys, welcome to welcome to. I want to hear the sound of belt
Welcome
buckles
to
hitting
Freak
the
TV. This is the Daily Dose with Doc.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I hate you. Welcome. Well, the Daily Dose. This time we are at E3 2012. Currently, we're high above the Staples Center, where we can see all the action down on the streets, and we're fresh off the floor from the first day of 2012 E3, which has been amazing, wouldn't you say, Paul?
Oh, it's been fantastic. A lot of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. With us today is Paul Sullivan. Paul Sullivan is a community manager for PlayStation Digital Platforms.
Right.
And which they really should shorten that. I mean, they should have abbreviations for stuff like that.
That's helpful.
Yeah, but a very important guy. And what you guys really need to know is, first off, this is his first like coming out interview. So you guys are going to get to know a lot about what's going on in the background of Sony. And this is definitely someone that you're going to want to know a lot about. So Paul, tell us first off. I mean, here you are, right? You're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get here? How did you get started?
Well, before I was doing this, I was a moderator in North American Home, both on the community forums and also in PlayStation Home. And then got into that because I had been working with digital communities for years and years and years. Professionally before that in education. Worked in online education and helped keep student communities together.
Right.
And then in my own personal time, had been leading guilds and MMOs for 10, 11 years. And so building communities, particularly for gaming in the online space, has been something I've been passionate about for a long time. Right.
And being a passionate gamer, I mean, that's really a driving force in developing, educating with games. Now, how does being such a passionate gamer change what you do?
Well, I mean, again, I'm talking about building communities, right, and fostering them and helping them get to do the things they want to do. And coming at it from the gamer's perspective, I think I have a good sense of either already knowing what they want or being able to ask the right questions and hear the right answers to figure out what they want, so that these communities are quickly getting the experiences they're looking for, and if it's not what they're looking for, being able to voice that to somebody that can actually listen to them in their language.
Right. So tell us a little about digital communities.
That's a big question. Digital communities, I guess it's to me, I think that's a big part of the future, not just of gaming, but of business in general. It's a really quick way for a wide group of people to connect with one another through a shared experience, and also to give feedback to the people providing that experience. I mean, that could be business, that could be, politics or anything like that. We're in an age where groups of people can voice their opinions very quickly and very loudly and really get together. And if they have a team of people that are on their side and working on their behalf, but also have the power to change the industry that they care about, then you'll see that these communities grow, get together, and build lifelong bonds, not just with the brand, but with each other.
Right. Now, with that said, that brings another avenue. A lot of you guys out there who game, are into your social media. I mean, we all are. I mean, it's just a fact of daily life. So many games now, when you do something, post to social media platforms.
Right. So,
what about gaming and social media?
Well, you nail it. It's a way to brag a little bit. I mean, and not always just brag, but sometimes just talk about things that you've experienced, or maybe I've got some problems in a game, and instead of just going to a walkthrough, I go to my social media avenues and I talk to my buddies and I'm like, hey, I'm having a really hard time with this boss. What should I, guys got some tips? Because I don't want the full reveal.
Right.
I just want a tip just to get over that hump. And I think you can get that with social media. And then conversely, if something's going funky with the service that I use, or there's a new thing coming out from Naughty Dog or whatever, I can turn to those social media avenues to get that information quick and then spread it to my buddies quickly.
All right. Yeah, I actually frequently get that a lot, and I love how other PlayStation gamers, it posts right to your Facebook.
Right.
You know, and it's easy to see what your buddies are playing, and it's like either it's something you can go get. You're like, oh, I wanted to try that. You know, he just did. Tell me what it's like. You know, and I think that's great because it allows the average gamer to be a spokesperson for their favorite platform.
Absolutely. And I think to a certain degree, I mean, that's also trophies too, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you bling off a couple trophies, and I trophy watch my friends list, that's for sure. And so I see these guys, you know, knocking off a few trophies on a full game, and I'll think about picking it up just to catch up.
Right. Yeah. So the phenom of global community in gaming.
Yeah, I mean, we almost got to that with a question a couple times ago. Is I think that this is bigger than gaming. Gaming is step one. These are global communities. I mean, like I said, I've gone back almost a decade or more with online gaming communities, and I've got buddies that live in London, that live in Melbourne, that are closer than some of the friends I have that live down the street. You know what I mean? And that was impossible 15 years ago. It wouldn't have happened. And I think as gaming shows that this is a way that you can build not just relationships, but lasting relationships. These are games I don't even play anymore, and I still talk to these guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that'll begin to be bigger in education and politics and just general business as a whole, where you'll see communities start to build around these classic entities, but they'll be so global and so huge that it will redefine how people do business, it'll redefine how people interact with one another, and it'll redefine friendship.
Awesome. Now, since we've, it's day one at E3, and day one is kind of hard because, the people are packing the doors, and, everyone's hitting the floor, and there's lines everywhere. Did you get a chance to see what was good? Is there anything that stood out for you?
There's a lot of good. This has been one of those E3s where the focus is on experience, whether it be games or something else, and it's not so much hardware. And I think for me, and I'm biased,
so am I.
but for me, one of the biggest things, and this is not a biased thing, one of the biggest things is PlayStation Plus, man.
Yes.
Because it got like a relaunch a little bit, right? And so now that you've got this on-demand full library of games just for $5 a month, it's 12 games. It's like Little Big Planet 2, Infamous, Just Cause 2. I mean, there's this whole list of these games that are always going to be available, free to download. And that stuff will be refreshed regularly. It's going to be really, really, really hot. Not to mention the Ultimate Deals thing that happened last week. And
yep.
I mean, Plus is really coming into its own, and it's becoming, a service that you want to be a member of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you guys have been wondering about PlayStation Plus, that you really shouldn't wonder. It's the best value for your money. I mean, even if you were to get a trial of the game, it's still not as good as doing PlayStation Plus. And if for you guys that don't know, I mean, you get there's wallpapers, there's discount on games, there's dynamic screensavers. I mean, they're either cut down in price or free. You get so much for the money. It's literally like stealing. I mean, I don't. It's just ridiculous the amount of stuff you get. It's like Christmas. Every time the store updates, you go check it, bam, it's like Christmas. There's something for you. So don't wonder. Just, I don't pump things that I don't believe in. Go and buy it. Buy it for a friend. Do it as a gift. You can walk into Walmart, buy a card, give it to somebody. Bam, they've got it right there. It is worth every penny.
And it's not even. I mean, it's not even that many pennies, right? It's like skip Starbucks one day a month.
Yeah,
and you're good.
And you're good. It's literally the best deal that's out right now, and it's just the best deal, period. So, Paul.
Yes, sir.
You're a gamer. You've been a gamer for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure, some of your stature, people are going to want to know. Just like we were talking about the social media. What are you playing?
Starhawk. Lots of Starhawk. Yeah, Starhawk for my multiplayer, and when I get around to some PC gaming, I do a little bit of that, but mostly Starhawk these days. Like literally, and I just beat Trine 2. Speaking of Plus, got that free on Plus.
Yeah, free and Plus with trophies, and you can platinum it. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Someone do it in 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a quick play. It's a quick play. So I played through that not too long ago and beat that, but not Starhawk. I love that game. It's a lot of fun, and it just got balanced, which is really good balance. And so, Starhawk.
Yeah, Starhawk is amazing. I was in the beta from that, and Yeah, I can't say enough. I can't say enough visually and emotionally about that game. It's awesome. Right. But that's yet again, I'm biased about that. But this has been your daily dose. Thank you for being here, guys. This is Paul Sullivan.
This is Doc.
Paul, what's your PSN ID?
Work PSN ID Tempest_Fire. No weird spellings. If you go to the forums, you can look at like the list of officials, and I'm on there.
Mine's Canadus_bike for you Acura fans. You can find me on Twitter, Doc_gamer. And if you guys want to play some good actual tournament action, Urgent Fury has everything you need for it. Join it.
True story.
This has been your daily dose. We are out from E3.